You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Everything woke. Everything woke. It's true. Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true.
Donald Trump and the battle against woke culture. In today's society, the term woke has become a controversial buzzword, often associated with a myriad of social issues. Donald Trump has taken a strong stance against what he perceives as the negative implications of woke culture. His remarks resonate with many who feel that political correctness has gone too far, impacting various aspects of life, especially in sports and education. This blog post delves into Trump's perspective and the broader implications of the cultural debate surrounding wokeness.
And by the way, we should not allow men play in women's sports. So crazy. See, it just shows you what these political geniuses, I have all these consultants, all these great... Sir, don't say that. It's very controversial.
The definition of woke culture. When Trump describes woke culture, he doesn't mince words. He equates being woke with being a loser, suggesting that everything associated with this mindset leads to failure and dysfunction. Trump's rhetoric emphasizes that this isn't merely a political stance, but a cultural critique. He articulates that woke culture is like a virus, seeping into various aspects of society and infecting everything it touches.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said. This is 14 years ago. They didn't do a retraction.
Woke culture as a cultural virus. Elon Musk famously referred to it as the woke mind virus, highlighting the pervasive nature of this ideology. Trump draws parallels to historical military figures such as General Patton to illustrate his point. He paints a picture of a strong leader who would never allow the fear of offending anyone to hinder their actions, arguing that today's leaders are too cautious and overly sensitive. Women's sports and fair competition. One of the most contentious issues Trump addresses is the participation of transgender women in women's sports. He argues that allowing individuals who were assigned male at birth to compete against women is fundamentally unfair. Trump uses vivid examples to illustrate his point, recounting the story of a female swimmer who lost a race by an astonishing 38 seconds to a transgender athlete. The impact on female athletes. This situation raises serious questions about the integrity of women's sports. Trump insists that it undermines the hard work and dedication of female athletes who have trained for years. He believes that allowing men to compete in women's sports is not just unfair, but a direct affront to the achievements of women. Gender identity issues. Trump extends his critique of woke culture to the realm of child gender identity. He labels the promotion of gender-affirming care for minors as a form of child abuse. His proposed plan includes revoking policies he associates with the Biden administration, which he believes enable harmful practices such as puberty blockers and surgeries for minors. Defining womanhood. In a notable interview, Trump was asked what a woman is. His response was straightforward. A woman is someone who competes and succeeds in her own right, not someone who is overshadowed by a male athlete. This blunt assertion resonates with many who feel that the definitions of gender and identity have become overly complicated and politicized. Trump's record on women's rights. Despite criticisms of being anti-women, Trump argues that his record speaks differently. He points to his history of promoting women in the workplace and leadership roles long before it became a common practice. Trump emphasizes that his approach to gender equality is rooted in meritocracy rather than quotas or pandering. Equality based on merit. When confronted about pay equity, Trump states that equal pay should be based on equal work, not arbitrary standards. His focus on meritocracy, rather than enforced equality, strikes a chord with many who believe in the principle of rewarding hard work without the influence of political agendas. The role of education and parental rights. Trump's campaign against woke culture also encompasses the educational system. He argues that children are being indoctrinated into gender ideologies that confuse them about their identity. He advocates for parental rights, insisting that parents should have the final say in their children's education regarding gender and sexuality. Legislation and executive orders. Trump proposes sweeping changes, including an executive order to halt any federal programs promoting gender transitions for minors. He calls for legislation that would ban such practices across all states. This approach aims to restore traditional views on gender and protect children from what he describes as radical ideologies. The broader implications of woke culture. Trump's stance is not just about individual policies, but reflects a broader cultural battle. He positions himself as a defender of traditional values against what he sees as an encroaching radical left. His supporters appreciate his willingness to confront what they view as an attempt to erase fundamental truths about gender and identity. Communication style and public reception. Trump's blunt and unapologetic communication style has garnered both fervent support and fierce criticism. Many appreciate his ability to articulate sentiments that resonate with their frustrations regarding political correctness and the perceived excesses of woke culture. Applause frequently erupts at his rallies, showcasing the strong emotional connection he has with his audience. Conclusion: the future of the culture wars. As the debate around woke culture continues, Trump remains a polarizing figure. His willingness to speak candidly about contentious issues has positioned him as a leader for those who feel marginalized by the current cultural climate. Whether one agrees with his views or not, the conversation around gender, sports, and children's rights is far from over, and it is likely to shape the political landscape for years to come.